what's going on. Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. What's going on, Jordan? I see you up in here. What's going on, Demetrius? Appreciate you too, my boy. Appreciate you too. What's going on, dog? I see you up in here. So we got a couple setups we're looking at. I wasn't on charts last night, but the charts were just teasing folks last night, so didn't take any setups. So I'm gonna be looking for some setups today. I'm gonna be looking to see if we can catch the setup again London session, especially because we got everybody loves and fears FOMC popping up today. Ain't gonna be live today. I got some meetings and one-on-one sessions today. It's not gonna be going live today. Probably gonna go live tomorrow with the members. But we do got FOMC later on today at 2 o'clock. And how FOMC days usually go, right? It's usually one way or another. We're either gonna catch a nice setup London session going into New York, or we might catch a setup pre-New York or beginning of New York session, or if there's no setups, prices are just going to range up until FOMC. That's usually how it goes. We either find a setup before news or price ranges all up until the news event pops off. Now, we do got a couple setups we're looking at. If y'all was in the live stream yesterday, y'all could have made some money because not only did we give this GA setup, we actually entered this during the live stream yesterday, but we also talked about this NAS projection. Now, I got whipped out of this. And then it pushed back up going into New York session, but the projection was still the same. Did a nice move right there. And gold, what that's projected yesterday also. Now, I didn't take any setups, but we could pull a gold in a second because we did talk about it. We can pull another chart up so we can go ahead and slide that over. But yeah, so we're mainly going to be paying attention to these three charts right here, but I am going to pull up gold really quick just to make sure I'm not missing anything there. Remember yesterday's live, someone was asking about gold. I told them that it's reversal territory, but we're still bullish, right? So again, we can see here price still respected that last line of defense we was talking about. We see prices still holding low at support, but again, I'm not looking for buys unless we can break back above 33.28. Right, we hold 33.28 support. We look for buys going back up to 33.50. But unless price does that, I'm still going to just let price do its thing. So I'm going to look for buys up here. We'll look for sells down here. Same with GU. GU, we are still bullish on GU. Like I talked about, retracement was due, especially because we did a big push. We see price ended up retracing. It didn't go all the way back down to 33.40, 33.45. Get back down to this next level here. But again, gameplay is still the same. This is reversal territory, so I'm either going to look for buys if price can break back above 35.30 and hold that support, or I'm going to watch to see what price does between here, because it can either continue to retrace going as low as 34.40, or like I said, we're going to see if we can push back up and break back above that level. So we got a few setups we're looking at. And then, of course, we're going to look for continued GJ buys. I'm not going to really look for a buy here. I want price to hold this next level. So I'm only going to go for a buy if price can break above and hold 195 as support. Again, we did a nice push to the upside. Beautiful 1 to 4 we caught. on the move yesterday. But then we see here price chilled here, rejected, broke above, rejected, broke above, rejected, which is again why we wait for that retest. So again, we're going to wait to see if we can hold this level as support right here. So we can look for buys going there. So we got a few sites we're looking at. We're just simply waiting for volume. Our confirmations to be met. Make sure to like the live as y'all hop up in here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out after the live. But you already know the drill, y'all. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We can any charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Again, we're just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. So in NAS, second thing, we're going to look for buys. We could hold 21,330. I mean, 430 as support. We hold on 430 as support. We're going to look for buys going to 21,500. Or we're going to see if price can retrace and hold 21,350 as support. So that's going to be the game plan there. What's going on, Livingston? I see you up there. New 5 minutes about to pop up. Is this the same setup from last night? This is the setup from yesterday. Price wasn't up here last night. All right, but this is what we was talking about yesterday. This is how it played out. This was GJ. The GJ trade we took yesterday. This is how it finished up and played out. Me and the members took this trade. We caught a total of 115 pips. Nice 1 to 4 risk reward was 1 to 5. I mean, whatever you would have risked, you would have made 4 times that amount. So you would have risked $1,000, you would have made 4,000. You would have risked $100, you would have made 400 off this one trade alone. So right now we're going to be looking for continued GJ buys. We're going to be looking for continued NAS100 buys. And then we're going to be looking at possible gold and GU buys. But gold and GU still got a few levels to break. Right now with NAS100, we're going to see if we can break above and hold 21,430 as support. If we can, we're going to be looking for buys go to 21,500. If it rejects that level, we're going to look for buys going to, from 21,350. Now you're straight. So with GJ, I'm not looking for a buy here. I'm going to wait to see if we can hold this level at 194, 190, 194.95, 195. I want to see if we can hold that as support. I'm not going to look for a buy setup here. But it's back where it left off yesterday. That's correct. A nice push, retraced. All right, we're still struggling to hold this level at 195.50 as support. We fell last time. We fell the times yesterday. But we are still bullish nonetheless, like we talked about yesterday in the Sunday chart analysis. Again, y'all, make sure to hit that second link in the description. Join the free signal for Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. All right, so we're rejecting. We're looking for buys either way, but if price can't break that level, we're going to, like I said, wait to see if price can retrace and retest 21,350. But as you can see, it just broke through that level. It didn't really retest that. You have to hold that support. And again, GU, we're not going to look for buys here. We're going to patiently wait to see if price can break back above 32.25 and hold that support. Again, like I always talk about, the goal isn't to catch every candlestick or every pip. The goal isn't to try to catch a home run every time. The goal is just to go for high probability, high quality setups. And yesterday was a perfect example because y'all watched the whole process of us patiently wait for like a fucking almost hour price to break above and retest this level. But again, it was worth it because we caught a nice move on GJ yesterday. All right, so it's all about patience. It's all about patience. Trust your analysis. Know what you're looking for. Know where you're looking for it at. And like I always say, you don't control the market, so don't ever assume or feel like, oh, it's taking too long, right? Because again, who's to tell the market's how long it's taking or how quick it's taking, right? We can always know what we're looking for or what we can see price doing, but I'm never going to sit here and act like I can tell you the exact time it's going to do it, which is why we watch the charts. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all make sure to hit that second link in the description. Join a free signal for Telegram. We're going absolutely crazy this year. We're 1-0 so far this week. This station, maybe put some emojis. We're 1-0 so far this week. Last week we went 3-1 or 4-0, depending on how you manage your trades. The week before that, we went 5-0, give us 100% win rate. The week before that, we went 4-1. So that's how we're doing, and then we went 5-0. So that's kind of how we're doing so far this month. This is the last week of the month. So for next week, we're going to be doing a recap. What's the month end actually? Is the month end this week, or is it the weekend? The weekend. Okay, so yeah, so probably not over the weekend. I might post on the weekend, but probably Monday or something like that. We'll do the recap of the month. But we're approaching the last month of quarter 2, right? Yeah, June's the last month of quarter 2. So it's definitely time to lock in if you haven't locked in already, y'all. As far as how we did last month, like y'all see on y'all screens, we went 16-1, give us a 94% win rate, catching a total of 68,765 pips. As far as how we did quarter 1, you go to April 2nd, you can see right here, January was 17-3, February was 14-1, March went 13-1, in the quarter 44-5, give us a 90% win rate, catching a total of 155,207 pips. So in 3 months, we only lost 5 trades, which is not bad at all, giving us a 90% win rate. So I always been telling y'all, we average high 90% win rate, and not just on a weekly basis, but a quarterly and monthly basis as well. We really do this over here. Click right here. You click this blue highlight. It's going to take you up, depending on if it's a recap of the week, recap of the month, or recap of the quarter. It'll take you up on a week by week, month by month, or quarter by quarter basis. So if you click this one, this is the recap of the quarter. It's going to take you to the beginning of the quarter 1, which will be January. Of course, it's going to show you how we ended December, which was the month before January, 12-2. So again, we were doing the same thing last year. So you literally can just go up the list. Again, everything's dated, timed, and documented. Literally can't make none of this stuff up. It's just like how we're live today, giving projections and looking for setups. We do this every single day. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's how we've been doing so far this year. Again, you go to where it says subscribers, you scroll down to photos. There's over 1,600 photos, over 2 going on. I think it's 3 years worth of receipts now. But we got students just eating. We got students eating like usual. Right, because I get questions a lot. I know I don't be posting a lot. I'm gonna start doing it more because that's what y'all want to see. Y'all like to see proof and stuff. So I'm gonna start posting student results. Cause I get DMs all the time. I just don't really be posting them, but I'm gonna start posting them more. Right, that's what y'all like to see. Like we got students having $500 days. I had a student the other day. Where's this? I don't think I posted it. I had a student the other day, like last week, doubled his account. No, tripled his account in literally 2 weeks after joining me. I don't got that screenshot. I know you can pull up that screenshot. I think it's on my other thing. Let me pull it up really quick. Where are we at? Here we are. Right. So this was like last week or 2 weeks ago. So I lost this morning trade, but won on gold yesterday. Massive gains with you. I've grown my $40 account to over 120 in just 2 weeks. So again, when I be telling y'all that y'all can, if y'all do it correctly, that y'all got the conditions, you really can do that. You really can do that. But yeah, we've been chilling. We've been chilling, doing our thing. Again, we're just simply waiting for volume and our confirmations we met. We do got FOMC, like I talked about earlier, with FOMC days. It's either one way or another. We're either going to find a setup either before New York or during New York, or price is just going to be dead and ranging up until FOMC. Right? That's just usually how FOMC days go. So we are going to still look for a setup, but of course, we're not going to rush or force the setup. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at new charts, drop them in the chat. But yeah, we got a new 5 minutes just popped up. New 5 minute just popped up. Again, these live streams are for y'all. So yes, there's a lot to see and learn from just watching charts and vibing. If you guys got any trading questions at all, feel free to ask. There's no such thing as a dumb question. I was about to say something. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to say that. Don't spoil the surprise yet. I'll see this next 15 minutes like that. GBP what? Link, I know you didn't just type GBP to then run away. I don't mind looking at charts for you, but I'm asking for specifics. You want me to look at strictly GBP, or is it the currency pair you want me to look at? All right, like I know y'all don't just leave a comment and then run away or close the app. All right, so when I ask for like a follow up or clarification, it's so I can help y'all out. Looks like gold's waking up. So again, we're gonna look for the same setup that we went for on Friday and Monday. Look for the same exact setup. I came in a little late to the stream. Did you set this play up at the beginning of the stream, or is this something you've been watching for a while? Which one? Which pair are you talking about? You said I set this play up at the beginning of the stream or something. I've been watching for a while. So while you're answering or letting me know what exactly you're talking about, what pair, I'm just gonna let you know how I usually go about, my day, right? So the way I trade, again, I teach the members and students at Playmaker University to not chase price but follow the flow of price. So before I go live, and before I take any trade, right, I always know what my game plan is going to be. So, for example, before I went live today, I did my analysis before I went live, so I know exactly what I'm looking for, what pairs I'm going to be looking for, buys or sells at, what pairs I'm not going to be looking for positions on until they meet certain requirements, things like that. That's why when the live starts, I'm already got, these buy or sell ideas up. I'm just simply waiting for my confirmations to be met because I already know what my move's going to be. Right? It's just like yesterday. Yesterday during the London session, we was talking about GJ buys, NAS buys, right? GBP New Zealand buys. By the way, I forgot about GBP New Zealand. I didn't pull it up because I'm not trading it right now. But GBP New Zealand yesterday, when that's projected as well. So y'all got into GN, go to here as well. You could have caught a nice 1 to 3 on GN. But again, I'm not looking at this because, again, it failed to hold a support here, failed to hold the support. Now trying to figure his life out here. So again, I'm not looking for buys unless we break both these levels here. So that's why I don't got that set up. But I already know before I go live or before I even enter buy or sell what my game plan is going to be. And because I'm going with the flow of price, not chasing price, it doesn't really change. The only way it changes is if certain confirmations are met or not met. All right, which is why, again, we look at GJ. GJ didn't just fly all London session. It flew all Tokyo session prior to that. And then it flew all New York session as well, right? Did a nice push New York session and then consolidated. This is also why I like the trade London session because, again, yes, to a certain extent, price action or price has just been really consolidating and ranging. We talked about that in yesterday's London session live. So if you didn't watch yesterday's London session live, I recommend watching that because we did go over a lot of good information there. And there were some good questions asked. But like imagine if we would have waited till New York session, there wouldn't have been like really a fucking setup at all because you can see here, this was 9:30, did a push, failed to hold that as support, and then consolidated and chilled the rest of New York session. And then we see what price is doing right here. But yeah, but every trade I already have a game plan set. Right. So for gold, that's why I always be so that's why I'm so absolute, right? Where I say with this pair I'm looking for buys, this pair I'm looking for sells, right? And it doesn't change because I'm going with the flow of price. And I just dropped the trade breakdown yesterday. So if you didn't check that trade breakdown out yet, I'll make sure to check that out after the live. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today as well. By the way, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see that scrolling on the bottom of y'all screen is Instagram Playmaker_way, TikTok _Playmaker_way_. Got some new videos lined up for there. Some of y'all found my other TikTok or the For You page before you paging. Because I was trying to keep that while I just wanted to experiment with it. But some of y'all found it or the algorithm just does what the algorithm does. So I might as well drop that TikTok as well because I've been running another TikTok because I've been doing some things and it looks like it's true, right? Because I was doing some research about TikTok and yes, I do have a lot of haters on my main TikTok. Yes, that's like my 5th main TikTok account, but I've made an incognito account. It's still me, it's still my my beautiful voice behind the scenes. But this one's a faceless one. It's just straight game like always. So let me go ahead and how do I share? I guess I'll have to share a post. I'll just share a post. Copy So that's my second TikTok. So make sure to follow that one as well, because that one is strictly just charts, game. All right. Let's see what else we got going on up here. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube as well. We just hit 3,600 subscribers. We hit 3,700 easily. Gold is moving, but again, I'm not taking a setup until we hold this level here. Again, we're doing this price. We follow the floor price. This is reversal territory. It's like we talked about yesterday. It was like we talked about chart analysis. If you haven't watched the Sunday chart analysis, make sure to hit that second link in the description. Watch the Sunday chart analysis. I drop this at the beginning of every single week. Like I always talk about, it goes over not just what we see price doing tonight going into Monday, but it goes over what we see price doing throughout the entire week. If you don't believe me, just watch last week's Sunday chart analysis and you'll see the majority, if not all, the charts went as projected. Just watch that one, see how price is playing out this week, how it ended last week, and then even watch this week's Sunday chart analysis and you'll see some charts are already slowly going as projected as well. But again, it's reversal territory. I only go for high probability, high quality setups. The old me used to probably get tempted or feel like I'm missing something here, but I know if we can hold this low as support, I'm gonna catch a nice move, and it's gonna be a higher probability setup, right? Because we can see here, if price can't hold this low as support, it's just gonna get sucked back into here and play pinball, right? It's like if price can't turn and hold this low as resistance, it's just gonna keep on playing pinball. So I'm not really trying to deal with that. That's why when we take setups, especially when there's volume, again, it pumps that direction the entire day, right? I'm not trying to use charts and deal with a bunch of wickedness like this. That's why I'm looking for a buy here. I'm waiting to see if price will hold this level here. Now, I know some of y'all might think, oh, but you know, last week was an exception because again, I was still following my rules, but it was just simply just low fucking volume, and I can't do nothing when there's low volume, right? But again, it's all about going for high probability, high quality setups. The stage I'm at with trading is the same stage I want all the playmakers to be at and want all y'all watching to be at, where you don't see these candlesticks as money, you just see them as candlesticks, right? Again, I talk about this all the time. You start worrying about money, you just stick to the rules and the playbook, the money's going to come by default, right? Like I always, every time, even now, when I focus on or put pressure on my mind's on making money when it comes to trading, I usually do the opposite, or I don't make as much as I could have if I just simply just focus on the playbook. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just how it works. Let's see what else we got up in here. NAS100, nothing's changed. All right. We've been here for a minute, so unless you missed it, nothing's changed with NAS100. We're still looking for buys nonetheless. Again, we're waiting to see if we can hold this level of support. If we don't hold that level of support, we're going to see if we can hold this level of support and look for buys. So we're looking for buys nonetheless, right? Just like yesterday, just like we talked about Sunday chart analysis, how we have bullish momentum. Again, you see how price has been pushing up. So now we're back up to these higher highs. So we got to break this resistance level for the uptrend to continue. So that's exactly what the price action and technical analysis says about the rules to the uptrend. Pull that up. I got the screenshots. I always forget if I got the screenshots from this computer. All right, just like the price action technical analysis says, it says for the uptrend to continue, we need to break past the previous high, which gives a new higher high. We also have the respective support low the higher low is resting on. It also says rejection reversals always mean the trend is going to change as long as price doesn't into resistance and or make a lower low. We're still in an uptrend, still only looking for buys. So when we look at NAS100 here, this was the higher low, higher high. And then we had price struggling to make a new higher high. And we had the reversal right here. Then we had price push back up. And we see here, whoops, we see here when price dropped, it failed to maintain holding level as resistance, which is why yesterday and the Sunday chart analysis was talking about how we're still technically bullish and looking for buys, especially if we turn that level into support again. And that is why we saw price do what it did yesterday, right? So now, if we break this resistance level right here and turn it into support, we're going to not only see a new higher high get made, we're going to see the uptrend continue. See what I'm saying? So again, that's why we got to follow the playbook, because we chase price. That's how you fall for fake out liquidity sweeps. But when you follow the flow of price, you avoid all that noise. You're able to catch the real move, right? Because again, yesterday we went for a buy here, got whipped out, price rejected. So imagine if we would have chased price and went for sales here. Would have fell for our unnecessary fake out liquidity sweep. Instead of trusting our analysis and continue to look for buys, we could have been able to catch this nice right here. And that's exactly what I told the members and students in the New York price watch that I dropped in Playmaker University as well as Advanced Play Signal Room. I said we're still going to be looking for buys on NAS100. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at new charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new 15 new hour about to pop up in a second. Again, we're not missing anything at all. We've had 0 alerts pop off. And we see price besides gold, price is just still ranging. Euro USD. We can take a look at that. Let me pull it up. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm going to pull it up in a second. You guys, when we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. You guys got any questions, drop in the chat. It's going to be on for a little bit longer. All right, that's what Euro USD got going on. So Euro USD is bullish as well. Kind of similar situation as GU. But GU is slightly different. Right, like when we look at the two, GU's got a bigger move, but as far as what they're doing today, they're doing a similar move today, which is a nice retracement. So EU can hold 1330, 1335 support. You can look for buys going to 1355, but it's going to need to hold that level for the higher high to be even touched again. But we're bullish on this as well. Like, bigger time frames. You see here, our highs getting made, we're getting good retracement. You see this wick here. So we can maintain and hold these levels of support. We can still look for buys. I still would look for buys on that. Looks like the charts are going to be just chilling right now. Still going to be on the charts, but like I said, it is FOMC later on today at 2 o'clock. So we don't see any action between now and between pre-New York to 10 a.m. Don't be too shocked or surprised if prices is going to be chilling, consolidating up until FOMC. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that second link in the description on the free signal free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month, last quarter. You know, we've been going absolutely crazy. You want to learn how to identify these levels, or you want to access to my signal or mentorship. In the description, join Advanced Play Signal or Playmaker University. I also still got a few slots available for one-on-one sessions. So again, you can sign up for those as well. For one-on-one sessions, you get access to the advancement signal as well as one session a week. That's an hour long. Each session is recorded and sent to the same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok. I respond to all messages. Just dropped a new video for y'all yesterday, so make sure to watch that. As soon as I end the live, make sure to watch that, leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. Got another video dropping for y'all later on today, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. And we'll be back at the same time tomorrow, London session, 3 a.m. EST.